Hello everyone. Let us see the basics of piezoelectric transducers and its working, the transfer function and the equivalent circuit of piezoelectric transducers will also be described in this video. Let us go on to the video. So what is piezoelectric effect? It is nothing but the appearance of an electric potential across certain faces of a crystal when it is subjected to mechanical pressure. So when an electric field is applied to one of the faces of the crystal, it undergoes mechanical distortion. If you see here, so when the stress is applied over a piezoelectric material, so the stress here, it is the mechanical pressure. So a voltage, electrical field will be generated, which is the voltage generated across the piezoelectric material here. So that will be measured in terms of volt. So this is the piezoelectric effect. So we can say that the appearance of the electric potential across the face of crystal when it is subjected to mechanical pressure is called as the piezoelectric effect. So the mechanical energy applied with respect to the distance x, here the electrical voltage or current generated with respect to the applied force F. So what are the materials that are used for piezoelectric transducers? So a piezoelectric material is one in which an electric potential appears across certain surfaces of a crystal. So if the dimensions of the crystal are changed by applying a mechanical force, electric potential will be developed. So this is produced by the displacement of charges. So vice versa, the effect is reversible also. So if a varying potential is applied to the proper axis of the crystal, it will change the dimensions of the crystal, thereby deforming it. So this phenomena exhibited by any material, we call it as the piezoelectric material. So the materials used for the measurement purpose should possess desirable properties like stability, high output, intensive to the extreme temperature and humidity, and ability to be formed or machined into any shape. So none of the materials exhibiting piezoelectric effect possesses all the properties. Maybe the piezoelectric materials might satisfy 2 or 3 criteria. So what are the materials used? So we can generally categorize into natural piezoelectric materials and synthetic piezoelectric materials, and some may be polarized ferroelectric crystals also. So the example for natural piezoelectric material is quartz or Rockall salt. Synthetic piezoelectric material are lithium sulfate, ammonium dihydrogen phosphate. Polarized ferroelectric crystals are barium titanate and lead zirconate titanate. So now let us see the piezoelectric transducers. So they work on the principle of piezoelectric effect. So when mechanical stress or forces are applied to some materials along certain planes, they produce electric voltage. So this electric voltage can be measured easily by the voltage measuring instruments, which can be used to measure the stress or force. That is what is shown here. So this voltage will be directly proportional to the pressure or stress, mechanical stress applied. So this is a piezoelectric disc which generates a voltage when it is deformed. Deformed means the shape is changed or exaggerated. So the voltage output obtained from the materials due to piezoelectric effect is very small and it has high impedance. So to measure the output, we need some amplifiers or auxiliary circuit and connecting cables. So this is the symbol of a piezoelectric transducer and this is the simplified circuit. So we will have the piezoelectric transducer here. So to carry the voltage will be measured here. Then we have a resistor to protect the LED. So the load is given by means of the LED. So now we will see the construction and working of a piezoelectric transducer. So this figure shows a conventional piezoelectric transducer with a piezoelectric crystal inserted between a solid base and a force summing member. So this is the piezoelectric crystal. So it is sandwiched between a solid base and the pressure producing device. So if a force is applied on the pressure port, the same force will fall on the force summing member also, which is here. Okay. So due to this, a potential difference will be generated on the crystal. So as it is a piezoelectric crystals, any deformation will give you a output voltage. So the voltage produced will be actually proportional to the magnitude of the applied force. So the piezoelectric transducer formulae. So the orientation of the crystal also affects the amount of voltage generated. So crystal in a transducer can be arranged in either longitudinal position or transverse position. So if it is in the longitudinal position, V0 will be developed here. The same thing if it is in the transverse effect, so the stress will be applied here and the voltage will be generated. So we have the longitudinal and transverse effect. So in longitudinal effect, the charge generated is given by Q equals to F into D. So Q is the charge, F is the applied force, and D is the diameter, or sorry, piezoelectric coefficient of the crystal. So if you take the piezoelectric material as quartz, so the piezoelectric coefficient of quartz is around 2.3 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb per Newton. So we take the same thing for transverse effect. The charge generated is actually given by the formula Q equals to F into D into B by A. So this B by A is the dimensions of the crystal. So if this ratio B by A is greater than 1, the charge produced by transverse arrangement will be greater than the amount generated by longitudinal arrangement. So this is a working of a piezoelectric transducers with a circuit by means of a circuit. So we have the sensor here, the pressure will be applied and the output voltage is generated here. The generated voltage is amplified and this V0 is obtained from this terminal by means of a op-amp amplifier. Here the V0 is obtained. So now we take the equivalent circuit of a piezoelectric transducer. So we have the charge rate of change of charge dq by dt. This is the capacitor and the resistor placed. So this C equals to Cs plus Cc plus Ca, and this R equals to Rs parallel to Ra. So from this circuit we have V0 equals to IR, that is V equals to IR by Ohm's law. So this R is a constant, so this I is a component of the charge Q and the capacitor C. So dq by dt minus C dv0 by dt. So you multiply this R inside, you will get RC dv0 by dt minus R into dq by dt. So you take this negative sign to the this side of the equation, so it becomes RC dv0 by dt plus v0, which is equal to R into dq by dt. So take this as equation number 1. Now let us take Laplace transformation on the both sides of the equation number 1. So what do we get here? So RC S into, you take the Laplace for dv0 by dt, it is S into v0 of S, and Laplace of v0 is v0 of S, and Laplace R will be a constant, so Laplace of dq by dt is S into q of S. So here from this term we take this v0 of S common outside, so it becomes RCS plus 1, which is equal to RS into q of S. So you take this q of S here and take this RCS plus 1 here, the reciprocal will be taken. So v0 of S by q of S, which is equal to Rs by RCS plus 1. So the piezoelectric transducer formulae. So the orientation of the crystal also affects the amount of voltage generated. So crystal in a transducer can be arranged in either longitudinal position or transverse position. So if it is in the longitudinal position, V0 will be developed here. The same thing if it is in the transverse effect, so the stress will be applied here and the voltage will be generated. So now let us see the advantages and limitations of piezoelectric transducer. So piezoelectric transducers are generally small in size, light in weight, and very rugged in construction. So they are actually self-generating type, as they do not need any external power. That is, we call them as active transducers. So the high frequency response of these transducers make them a good choice for various applications. We will see the applications now. So they have the frequency response will be from about 1 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So the natural frequency being of the order of 50 kilohertz. Their outputs are also quite large. And what are the limitations? So temperature and environmental conditions can affect the behavior of the transducer. That is, the output voltage is affected by temperature variations of the crystal. It can be used for dynamic measurements only. So they can only measure changing pressure, hence they are useless while measuring static parameters, which means they are used for dynamic measurements only. So the applications of piezoelectric transducers, so as they cannot measure static values, they are used for measuring surface roughness in accelerometers and vibration pickup instruments. They are used in seismographs to measure vibrations in rockets. In strain gauges, they are used to measure force, stress, vibrations, etc. They are also used by automotive industries to measure detonations in engines. They are also used in ultrasonic imaging in medical applications. They are mainly they are used for measuring force, pressure, and temperature. And we say the construction is very rugged, so they are widely used in difficult applications such as ballistics, blast, explosions, internal combustion, fuel injection, flow instabilities, high intensity sound, and hydraulic or pneumatic pulsations, all these connected with problems which may be encountered in connection with guns, shock tubes, closed bombs, rocket motors, internal combustion engines, pumps, compressors, pipelines, and oil exploration includes. So they are also used in chemical and biological sensors, which is used in medical applications, and they are used as sensing element. That is, they can be used as sensors. Like for example, we can say a piezoelectric microphone, and they are also used in electronic watches and record players, and they are used in industrial cleansing apparatus and in underwater detection systems. They also help the piezoelectric transducer or sensor helps in stabilizing the electronic oscillators. So this is about piezoelectric transducer, the working and the applications. Thank you everyone for watching the video.